Here, your Christian professional organizer and speaker, and I want to talk to you today to give you a little help for those people that think Christians are going on blind faith or that they use it for a crutch. First off, blind faith, you are full of it. It takes a lot more faith to believe that all of this came about from nothing than it does to have a creator. Because every time I look at a creation, I know there's a creator. I don't even personally have to know that architect to know that there was one. And as far as using it for a crutch, does anyone else use a map when they're trying to get to a certain spot? How about those GPSs? I'll bet everyone who has one uses that. How about when we're trying to put something together? Don't we use the manual? Well, you know what? Maybe some people don't and they get in a big mess. But I like to look at the manual, and that's what the Bible is. It's not a crutch. It's your life manual. Tell me this. If you found a book about the first 20 years, tell me this. If you found a book very specific to your life, and as you're reading it, the first 30 years were like, wow, everything in this book is true. It knows me. Everything that I've done. It told me, where I was going to live, and when I did this, this was going to happen, and who was going to treat me well, and who was going to treat me poorly. That is the same thing as the Bible, because it talks to you 100% of the time. If you found that book that told you all about your life the first 30 years, wouldn't you want to know what it said about the next 30 years? If it was 100% accurate, you would not put that book down, because you would want to know, because it's all about me. And boy, we like all about me. Well, the Bible is all about you too. And we need to let our friends know. It tells us what's going to happen when we do this. This happens when you do this. This happens. For instance, it speaks often of nations turning against God. And there are very specific curses. One of them is you're going to lose your land from natural disasters. You will be the tail, not the head, because when you turn from God, you will be the borrower and no longer the lender. Wow. Kind of sums it up. So not only individually do we need to know what the Bible says, but as a nation, what is wrong with us? We're a Christian nation. Anyone who wants to change the foundation of America ought to go somewhere else, because you know what? We are the only country in the world where people are breaking in. They're risking their lives to get in. Every other country, they're risking their lives to get out. Don't change our fundamentals. Christians, we need to know what the Bible says. Did you know it predicted thousands of years? So many things that are so cool. Do you know it predicted Jesus' death? The Bible is amazing. If you want to know anything, that's where you get it. All of your information, because it knows you just like a book that was written all about you. That's what this is. So, any of your friends that say they use it for a crutch and that it's blind faith, they obviously haven't read it. And we need to love them and give them a Bible. Because there's no blind faith in Christianity. God himself says, test the spirits. Test it. Use your brain. Know the difference. And as far as blind faith goes, baloney. Christians are the smartest people in the world because we've got insight. We've got wisdom. We've got the knowledge that comes from the Almighty who sees things from up there. You only see things right here. So blind faith? Hardly. We've got all the faith. We've got all the knowledge. And it's awesome. So let your friends who are Christians know, there's a lot going on today that, geez, if I wasn't a Christian, I'd be scared. I'd be afraid of losing my home. I'd be afraid of losing my money and my job and my family and all my resources. but I'm a Christian. And I don't, because I know what that book says. I know it's promised to me. People who don't read it don't know what the promise is, and that's really sad. So we need to give Bibles to our friends. And you know what, Christians? We need to know what it says so we can defend our faith. When people say it's a crutch, or when people say it's blind faith, we need to know what to say. Read it. It's alive, and it knows you. Well, thanks. Have a super day, and God bless.